Hello everyone, and welcome to day 239 of playing Persona 4 Golden in real time. This is where I play through the day in the game on the same date in real life, one day at a time. Now I've been doing this for the last 238 days, so if you could subscribe, I greatly appreciate it. But without further ado, today is December 5th, so let's go ahead and see what the gang is up to today. So starting off, getting us synced up as usual. Today is the day the school was founded, so you have the day off from school. You need to investigate the town. You wonder if you'll be able to gather the information you need to catch the killer. Okay, I haven't heard about the founding day of the school getting school off, but I mean, we'll take it. So we have to go around, basically ask a lot of random citizens if they have any information. So let's start at Junes and ask this lady. Can I help you? About those murders. Eh? Incident last spring? I don't remember anything from that long ago. I'm going to be studying for college entrance exams next year, so I've got no room for useless information like that. Yeah, she's going to have to do a lot of study. She can't remember stuff from the spring. First, we should retrace our steps. That would be the simplest way. Saki Konishi and Mayumi Yamano. There should be a commonality between the two. Surely there are some witnesses. Any scrap of data could be useful no matter how small. Alright, let's go ahead and leave Junes. So, Central Shopping District usually has a lot of people. Let's see if we can get any info. Can I help you? About those murders. That incident last spring? I still wonder what happened. It was a pretty big deal, wasn't it? I'd almost completely forgotten about that. Wow, I must be getting old, huh? I mean, so did that female student, so... I mean, you might be really young. What is it? About those murders. What are you talking about? You explained about the incident involving Saki and Yamano, the female announcer. Did all that happen just last spring? Wow, it seems so long ago. Haha. Who's gonna remember something from that far back anyway? I mean, murders seem pretty memorable. Man, this fog. It makes me feel like we're still inside the TV. I wonder if we can really find any new clues about the killer. No use whining about it now. Let's step up the search and get that info. Okay, this guy seems like he's going through something, but he might have info. This fog is gonna be some kind of biological weapon. It's a conspiracy. You know how I heard it was? Junes. Yeah, that's right. Junes. The country of Junes is staging an all-out attack on Inaba. Yeah, I feel like this guy's looking for an excuse of a conspiracy theory that's like, oh, it's those Junes. It's like, alright, well, the mask is slipping, buddy. Hey, listen to this. Rizet came and spoke to me. This is a once-in-a-lifetime thing. I asked her for her autograph and what type of guy she's into. Anyway, what do you want? I'm sure you can see how busy I am. About those murders. Didn't they capture the suspect and put a lid on that case? Are you done asking questions? Good, now go away. I'm very busy talking to Rizet right now. Alright, let's check in with Rizet just to make sure she's safe. I've been asking around about Teddy too, but I'm surprised how many people actually remember him. They're all like, oh yeah, that guy in the beer suit from Junes. But nobody has seen him yesterday or today. He's loved by so many different people. Where the heck could he have gone? That is a good question. And I guess we'll go ahead and check in with Chie while we're here. Even if someone's been killed, everyone just forgets it so easily. The rumors they hear from friends and TV get remembered for a long time. Why is that? It's been a while since the first two incidents. Do you think we'll find anyone who still remembers them? Let's ask this woman. This fog sure is dark and creepy, isn't it? Oh, you have a question for me? About those murders. A little while ago, they said that a suspect had been caught. It was in the newspaper. It was that Namatame-san, right? I remember seeing him around from time to time. Oh, how horrible. It really does frighten me. I don't recall seeing any other strange people, so I'm sure he's the culprit. Is it true that there are no other suspicious individuals? Perhaps you should ask someone else about this. Maybe this guy. The fog isn't clearing even though year is almost over. It's deplorable. It'll be so cold on New Year's that I'll never be happy. What do you want? Let's say... about those murders? I can't remember something from that long ago. Well, well, well. If it isn't the coal, thanks for bringing it to me. Now I can get into a real sauna. Come here for a moment. Received 15,000 yen. Alright, I was like, it's taken quite a turn, but 15,000 yen, not a bad ending. Just a little token of my gratitude. Don't let your grandparents see you with all this cash, though. Completed quest 24, acquire coal. The fog isn't Okay, so same thing. He's gonna be cold on New Year's. Let's go ahead and ask if he recalls anyone suspicious. There isn't anyone like that in this town. I even know you. You're that kid who's staying at Dojima-kun's house. Seems like he's going to continue talking. What will you do? I mean, he might have some advice. So I guess we have some evidence. I mean, so I guess let's go ahead and listen. People, they're frightening things, aren't they? Once they find something they like, they'll keep asking for it. Like Cole. I am well and truly impressed by your kindness, boy. I think I understand you, but I want to get into the best sauna ever made. I think I could do it too if I had fine coal. Youngster, did you bring some to me? I mean, I'm busy, old cute sounds a bit too harsh. Let's go ahead and say, I mean, we don't have to actually do it, so let's go ahead and say, sure thing, Gramps. Really? Is it okay? Aren't you busy with school and all that jazz? Ah, no, never mind. Thank you, boy. I'm looking forward to it. Accepted quest 51, acquire fine coal. Alright, let's see if this woman knows anything. Since all I hear from everyone is poison, poison, I've gotten kind of freaked out too. I wonder where I can buy a gas mask. I need to get one. Everyone else has one already. Yeah, this guy does. I mean, honestly, like, gas mask with the full-on suit looks pretty cool, although definitely not the most reassuring sight in a potentially poisonous fog city. It's me. Do you recognize me? Why am I outside? When I'm at home, I just see more news about the murders. I thought I'd stay out here and watch the sunset. Of course, I'm going to watch TV when I get home anyway. Even then, I can't see the sunset because of all this fog. Ah, I hate it. It's so depressing. Oh, do you have a question? Let's see about those murders. Oh, come on, don't make me even more depressed. They said on the news that the suspect had been caught. So that whole thing is over now, right? What else is there? Now let's see if he recalls anyone suspicious. I mean, other than himself. It's a small town. If there is anyone suspicious, there would be rumors going around all over. But at least I haven't heard any news or rumors like that, so I'd say there's no such person. Oh, I mean, if he has a gas mask, I probably should have been voicing him like, "Do you recognize me?" But I think like a 2 minute long Bane impression is gonna be pretty painful. You gotta be careful when taking your motorcycle out on a foggy day. I wish whoever honked at me when I slowed down more than usual understood that. He yelled at me for going too slow. What's so wrong with following the speed limit? Wait, or was I at fault there? I mean, the motorcyclist going the speed limits? That's a bit of a twist. But let's go ahead and leave the shopping district. And then let's go ahead and check out the floodplain. Okay, that guy looks like he knows something. Oh, it's you. Fog's pretty thick today. I go out on walks and I can hardly recognize my surroundings. Pretty sad, ain't it? But hey, thanks for stopping to talk to me. About that lamp, you don't have to go out of your way or nothing. It's not like an eternal lamp is just laying on every street corner. It'd be a different story if this were one of them games my grandchildren play, though. Alright, I see the subtle fourth wall break. Alright, let's see if anyone else knows anything. How about this woman? My daughter was in an accident. On top of that, it was a hit and run. Nobody could tell what kind of a car it was because of all the fog. Phew, this is horrible. Thankfully, she wasn't hurt too bad. But she was right, wasn't she? That fog is dangerous. I need to start letting everyone know. Oh yes, the key. I did ask you for one, didn't I? Ah, you need some help figuring out where to look? When you think about the idea of a key, people usually guard them, right? And I have a feeling it's somewhere hot and humid. I'm sorry, but that's about all I can think of. But you don't need to put yourself out, really. So I'm gonna have to fight some guard enemies in the Kanji's dungeon, the sauna, but we are a little busy at the moment. The fog isn't clearing up, is it? Isn't that just a little strange? My wife is all business as usual, but I'm a little worried. By the way, do you need anything? About those murders. I'm sorry. All I remember is that something happened. I know it's pretty shocking, but what can I say? A lot of time's passed. Alright, let's ask about anyone suspicious. We've had a lot of people come to our store, but I can't say anyone was particularly suspicious. Alright. Okay, a little ominous, the girl in the fog. You know, feels like we're in a silent hell, but let's see if she knows anything. What is it? You've seen that face before. She looks almost exactly like the older sister who is looking for her younger twin. My older sister is looking for me? Tell her that I'm here on the floodplain. I won't go anywhere. You should go tell the older twin that you found your sister. I mean, especially if she's gonna be there until she comes otherwise. Do you need something? About those murders. Now that you mention it, the town was all abuzz last spring. You remember that, don't you? It doesn't look like you'll find any more information on the incidents last spring. Okay, let's go ahead and just ask about suspicious people. Have I seen a strange person? I don't know. Out in the country, if there's anybody strange walking around, everyone would know about it right quick. Okay, last thing, let's check the riverbank. Okay. Looks like no one's here. Not even Lady Death. So let's go ahead, go into town, and see if we can meet up with the team and share what we found so far. Alright, she's saying the same thing as before. Actually, can I go here? You need to gather more information. You should walk around town and talk to more people. Okay, I guess I basically got all the information from the floodplain. Well, I don't think we talked to this woman. The ones from Juness are grown elsewhere, and they are expensive to boot. What should I do? Can I help you? Oh, did I ask about suspicious people? A suspicious person? Oh, now that you mention it, my friend was saying she saw someone. I think she's just wandering around the shopping district, so why don't you ask her? Oh, okay. I feel like that's some good info that we got. Alright, let's see if we can find her friend. It might be her. What is it? Recall anyone suspicious? Huh? Someone told you that I saw a suspicious person? Oh, that. You remember Saki Kunishi, don't you? You know, she passed away a while ago. She told me how that Namatame person came to her one day and started spouting all this craziness. Something about the TV. I wonder what that was all about. His relation to Saki? Hey, I don't know what you're implying, but you've got it all wrong. Saki was a good girl. It's just that people misunderstood her. She must be referring to the time when Namatame tried to warn Saki. It seems the thing about Namatame making advances on Saki was a misunderstanding. Okay. Let's see if there's anyone else that might have new info about this. Well, I feel like we already talked with everyone up here. Maybe if we go back to the floodplain. Oh, let's get to the floodplain. Actually, let's update with her. Can I help you? Okay, same info as before. Actually, let's see if we can convene now that we got that. Okay, need to gather more info. Let's see. I mean, I felt like I talked with everyone. I think I just need to do it in a different order now. Oh, this was the guy I had to talk with? You have gathered as much information as you could. You should report back to the group. Alright, I guess it was that guy that I need to talk with. Chinese diner Aya. You met up with your friends after you finished gathering information.
I'm seriously pooped. This stuff's a lot harder when you don't have a badge to flash. I walked around all day and didn't hear anything good.
It was the same for me. There was absolutely no talk about the case whatsoever, let alone the true culprit.
Ditto for me. Actually, in my case, I kept getting bombarded with questions and couldn't get them onto the main subject at all. The killer must be pretty good to have pulled this off without being seen by anyone in this small town.
What should we do?
Well, one steak bowl, please.
That's not what I meant. But then again, I guess we might as well take a break. I'll have a crab and egg fried rice.
I'll have roast pork ramen with extra noodles.
You all finished eating the dishes that you ordered. I'm glad we got that update.
Now that our tummies are full, let's share what we learned, even if it wasn't much.
You spoke with everyone about the information you gathered today.
So, to sum up, there really was no new information. The end?
The police had an unusually large number of officers in their initial investigation of the first two incidents. To find facts that even they overlooked would be difficult indeed, now that over half a year has passed. There wasn't a single report of suspicious persons being witnessed to begin with. Miss Yamano had ardent fans, whereas Saki-san didn't. But otherwise, the conditions are the same.
You know, every time I tried to ask about the case, everyone ignored me and kept ranting about the damn fog.
Yeah, that or the Midnight Channel.
I mean, she's
I
saying
asked around
Saki
about
didn't have
Teddy,
any
too,
ardent
but
fans,
no
but
one's seen him.
Yosuke's sitting right there.
I wonder where he could have gone.
Do you have anything, Naoto? Any new, deductions?
Without any new data to work with, there isn't much I can do. But there must be someone in town who meets all the criteria for this case. The killer must have a connection to both Saki-san and Miss Yamano, as well as be in a position to observe our actions periodically to some extent. Finally, it must be someone who could approach Senpai's house without arousing suspicion. I need some fresh air before I give it more thought. I'll be outside.
Okay, if Naoto goes missing, I'm gonna be very upset. Just sitting here won't help you think any better. You decide to go outside to get some fresh air. And not because Naoto's outside, that's just unrelated.
It's snowing. No wonder it's chilly.
Ugh, it's freezing out here. Maybe this'll help clear my head and get my deductive muscles flexing. Hey, is it snowing? Too bad the fog's so thick. The snow just gets lost in it.
There must be something that's been overlooked. It's urgent that you get over the roadblock facing you. The clues you need must already be in your hands. It's urgent. Oh,
What's
no,
the matter?
I thought it changed. You should go over everything you know one more time. The culprit had some sort of connection with both Mayumi Yamano and Saki Konishi. And judging by the warning letters, the culprit most likely knows about the other side and what you did there. It's highly likely that they also knew what Namatame was doing and stood back to watch. He would know all these things. Another oddity about the case is that there are almost no witnesses. Both warning letters seem to have been delivered directly to your house, but no one saw anyone suspicious. No one unusual was seen around Mayumi Yamano or Saki Konishi either, despite the police dispatching an unusually high number of officers to perform a thorough investigation. There must be someone in this small town who fits all the facts. The person who seems to be the most likely culprit is... Okay. Yosuke, I mean, he got trapped in the TV channel and didn't really seem to know anything about it, so I feel like probably can't be him. She wouldn't do that. Yukiko, I mean, she was also like one of the first people trapped in the TV, so probably not her. Teddy, unfortunately, well, I was thinking Teddy does seem like the person we know the least well, because he's from the TV world, but people say they didn't see anyone suspicious. I think a talking teddy bear is going to be pretty suspicious. So it has to be someone else. Kanji, I mean, I feel like he would be... I feel like he's the person that would be most likely to be considered suspicious by most people, so I think he's in the clear. Rize, people would definitely recognize her if they had seen her. Naoto, I don't think she was in town until after, like, the first few cases. So, someone else. Ryotaro Dojima. I'm trying to remember who that is. Oh, I forgot that's Dojima's first name. It's been so long. I mean, he does seem really dead set on justice, like, at whatever cost, after what his wife went through. So, I mean, maybe Nanako, I mean, if she was the culprit, I totally forgive her. She probably had her reasons. But she did get lost in the TV world, and so I feel like it couldn't be her. Adachi. I mean, he seems a little suspicious, but the police, like, so many police officers, I feel like maybe he wouldn't stand out. Let's see what else we got. Namatame. I mean, we kind of already did the full investigation to him, and it seems like we couldn't find anything that stuck. So, someone else. Yamano. Yeah, she killed herself, and then her spirit's killing everyone else. Saki Konishi, same situation. Moruka, I mean, he also died, so probably not him. Mitsuo Kubo. I can't really remember who that is. Let's see, someone else. Haragi, Noriko Kashiwagi, Hanako Otani. I think we're grasping at straws here. I mean, honestly, I would not be surprised. She seems like, I feel like that's the most, like, I wouldn't be surprised if it was her. But I don't think she's capable enough. Ko, too busy with basketball. Daisuke, too busy with soccer. Let's see. Naoki Konishi, Yumi Ozawa. Oh, Yumi, I mean, she's probably busy with her dad being sick and everything. Ayana Matsunaga. Shu. Yeah, the kid did it. He was like, if I can't get into college, I'll make it big some other way. I want to be known for something other than my intelligence. Asano, Kuroda, Eri, Manami. Let's review. I feel like we're getting pretty deep into the weeds. I think all these people are clear. Someone else. Now, I think one key piece of evidence is someone that knows where we live and could have come to the house without any suspicion or people being surprised or it being out of the ordinary. And so Dojima definitely knows where we live and no one would be suspicious of him coming to his own home, especially delivering his own mail or going to his own mailbox at least. But I feel like he wouldn't do that. But someone who has the same benefits of being in the police, not being as suspicious, and knowing where we live would be Adachi. Of course, if you look only at the circumstances, you can't completely rule out that possibility. Adachi may have been able to keep an eye on your actions. He would have been able to approach your house with ease, and he knows the area well. Thinking about it, you encountered him many times while investigating the case. You learned much about the police's movements from Adachi as well. There is no exact reason to doubt him, but something is bothering you. However, should you tell your friends about your suspicions about Adachi being the culprit? I mean, I don't feel like there's anyone else that really knows where we live, so that's a pretty big piece of evidence. And this is when I first played through the game, this was my guess, because one of the key pieces of evidence is that there's no forced entry, so it must have been someone that Nanako recognized when she answered the door. And so I think this is probably the most likely person, or one of the most likely suspects, so let's go ahead and tell our friends about him. You spoke Adachi's name.
Huh? What about him?
Detective Adachi. A member of the police force. That is an interesting approach. It would certainly explain the lack of witness reports. It's the same reason no one ever reported seeing Namatame's truck.
This is a small town, so everyone must have known who he is. And since he's a detective, people definitely wouldn't have thought of him as being suspicious.
In fact, he could use his position to his advantage and hide critical information.
Huh. Well, if you think of it that way, I guess it's possible. But we're talking about Adachi here, right? I mean, really? Adachi? He's your textbook lousy detective.
He's like
Are we really
the
on the right
gesture
track here?
arcana?
Actually, regarding Detective Adachi, I'm not sure how to put it, but there's something that's been bothering me about him for some time now.
Is it the permanent
Yeah?
smile carved into his face?
Perhaps it's just my imagination, so I shouldn't speak too...
It's cold. I think we've cooled down enough here. Let's go back in.
I feel like Nato is about to reveal some pretty critical information.
Adachi-san? That can't be. I mean, he said he came to escort Miss Yamano and...
What? Was he at your inn when the announcer was staying there?
When Miss Yamano was staying at our inn, the media were swarming all over it. That's when Adachi-san arrived, saying he'd been assigned to guard her. He told our waitress that fame could be rough.
Guard her? He didn't spend the night there?
Huh. I wonder if he knew Ms. Yamano.
I don't know about that, but I heard he did call out to a girl in my class. I found out this afternoon, but I thought You know, that's just how cops are. So I didn't think it had anything to do with the case.
Detective Adachi also questioned Saki-san, the one who found the announcer's body, on numerous occasions. I heard it was because there was so little information about the case at the time, but it's certainly unusual to question someone with as strong an alibi as hers multiple times.
Then you think he had something else on his mind?
And that something is what connects those two victims to Adachi-san? Come to think of it, we've been running into that guy a lot, in all sorts of places. And every time he'd tell us what the police were doing before saying, "Oops, I said too much," and clamming up.
I
Was
thought
that
that
all
was
to
just
throw us
classic
off the trail?
Adachi.
It would be no problem for him to drop that warning letter into your mailbox either. Not to mention the fact that he can destroy any evidence that might point to him.
Various peculiarities have begun to cast a suspicious shadow on Adachi.
Then, is it really Adachi-san?
Okay, it definitely sounds like there's something here, but we still need to do more more research before we toss him out a window or into the TV world just yet. Let's say we need to confirm this.
This is still only a tentative theory. We should work to confirm it as soon as possible. This is Naoto Shirogane. Something has occurred to me about the case, and I'd like to get Detective Adachi's input on it. Huh? The transport? It's right now? Right, I see. Thank you.
What was that about a transport?
Detective Adachi is headed to the hospital to prepare for Namatame's relocation. We must head there at once.
Things are moving quickly now. I feel that you are getting closer to the truth. Okay, really speeding through this Judgment Arcana social link. The Seekers of Truth social link has reached level 4. Your power to create personas of the Judgment Arcana has grown. There he is.
Huh? What are you guys doing here? Hey, do you know where Dojima-san went? They told me he snuck out of his room again.
I assure you, we've made it clear to him several times that he needs to stay put, but he keeps going off on his own.
Jeez, with Namatame finally relocated, I was looking forward to going home.
So, he's been relocated. I've been wondering. You seem to be in a terrible hurry to get him out of this hospital.
Huh? Oh, well, yeah. I mean, we can't leave him here with Dojima-san and Nanako-chan around. Didn't you guys think so too? Hey, what are you doing here anyway? Nanako-chan's room is in the other wing. Don't you think you should leave before Dojima-san finds you? If he catches you, he'll start pestering you again.
Sounds like he's pretty desperate to get us away from him.
Adachi, where's Namatame? There's been a lot of noise today for some reason.
Dojima-san, what are you doing here? Namatame's already been relocated. I was looking for you so I could tell you that.
You did what? Who authorized that? There's still more I need to ask him about.
Give me a break, Dojima-san.
He's like, I can't kill him in another
Those first two
hospital.
murders have been bothering me. His motives are shaky and his alibi is rock solid. We closed a lot of loopholes on the basis of his testimony. But that part's still nagging at me.
Is this more of your detective's intuition? He's already been relocated. It's no use hassling me about it. And you kids should really get home too. You're gonna get in the way of police business.
Seems
What's
to be
gotten
turning...
into you today? It's odd to see you taking work so seriously.
That's a pretty
Come on.
harsh insult.
I'm always giving 110% when it comes to the job. You should get back to work too, Dojima-san. Your current assignment, get better as soon as possible.
What are you all doing here?
We came to confirm something with Adachi-san.
You should question Adachi. Let's see. I think when Yamano vanished, that's gonna be a bit less of a direct connection. I think Saki's interrogation, talking with her multiple times, is something that's a bit more solid.
Why wouldn't I question her? She discovered the announcer's body. But she didn't know much about it, so I only talked with her once or twice.
Is that so? You should question Adachi. Let's ask about when Yamano vanished.
The time the announcer went missing? I can't say for sure offhand. It's not like I saw her or anything.
It's not like you are
That was
on
months
guard
and months
duty
ago,
at the
too.
end.
My memory's kinda hazy that far back. Was that all you wanted to ask? Well, I hope it helped.
There is still something you need to question Adachi about. About the warning letter.
Warning letter?
The one that was delivered to his house. It's in police custody now, correct?
I don't really remember.
Really?
Hey,
When you give 110%?
what do you mean you don't remember? I gave it to you to take down to the crime lab for processing. You're telling me you forgot?
I'm sorry. Your accident was right after that, and what with one thing and another, it sort of slipped my mind. Besides, that thing was just a prank, wasn't it? Jeez, what are you asking me all this for? For crying out loud, what's this all supposed to be about? Dojima-san, you really need to get back to your bed. That's why your wounds aren't healing. And you all need to go home right now. Do you have any idea what time it is? I'm going back. I need to get to the station and report in.
Just one more thing, please. We know for certain now that the first two murders weren't Namatame's doing. Someone else killed them. Adachi-san, do you have any idea who that might be?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
'Cause we think it might have been you.
What? That's ridiculous. We already know Namatame's the one who put them all in.
What did
Put
you
them
just
all
say?
in what?
Put them all in. What's this putting them in business? Do you know something about the method behind their murders? Don't tell me that all that talk about TVs and whatnot from before was...
I see. Now I finally understand. To tell the truth, Adachi-san, I've been fixated on something you once said. Before I didn't know why, only that it sounded a wrong note to me. Do you recall when I read Namatame's diary? At the scene of Dojima-san's accident. At the time, I said, even the victims who survived and were never released to the public are written here. And in response, your words were, wow. Then that settles it. How, I wonder? Would that settle anything? At the time, the police had no idea that there had been other attempted murders related to the case. You had no reason to say such a thing. After all, there are countless examples of people disappearing for a few days. Yet when I read the list of names, you raised no objection. Odd that. What do you say to that, Detective Adachi?
I don't know. I said I'm busy.
Wait, you son of a bitch!
Starting to see how Naoto got that Detective Prince title.
Adachi! Ah, damn it! Adachi!
Namatame's hospital room. Adachi isn't here either. Could he be in the TV?
What the? I swear he ran this way. Damn it!
You
Where
open the
hell did he
window,
go?
he's just splayed out on the ground. It's like, oh, we got to that
Did you
in one
find him?
way.
I contacted security. Nobody's seen Adachi, and there's no record of anyone leaving this area. So he must be still in this ward somewhere.
He's still here? But we looked! We didn't find him anywhere!
That bastard.
I feel like I'm watching Dora the Explorer. I'm like, the TV! The
Dojima-san?
TV!
For heaven's sake, what are we going to do with you?
Sorry. I got carried away.
Do you even want to get better? If you keep this up, there could be lasting damages. Have you forgotten how much trouble it caused you last time?
You're right. Sorry.
Wait a minute, the nurse is trying to get Dojima to bed?
You've
She
got
must
to
be the
find
culprit.
Adachi. I need to square this away with him. Please.
He hasn't left this ward yet? I don't think he would. But could he have...
Yeah, I think so. If he's the killer, he can go through, right?
You mean he went in through here?
We searched every inch in the direction he ran off. There's nowhere to hide. I don't think we could have missed him.
He was cornered. It's highly probable that he escaped there. If he does indeed turn up on the other side, that should prove beyond a doubt that he is the true culprit.
Damn. So I guess we were right. What do we do now?
I mean, is it possible to go in tonight? I mean, we'll give it a shot.
I think it's too dangerous to go in from here.
Okay,
We're not
fair
100%
enough.
positive he used this TV, and on top of that, we don't know where it might lead. Let's go in from Jeunesse like always. It'll be fine. So long as we're ready for him, we'll crush that jerk in one strike.
The extremely suspicious detective Adachi. You've taken another step closer to the truth. Okay, really getting through this pretty quickly. The Seekers of Truth social link has reached level 5. I think we only started the social link like a few days ago. Your power to create personas of the Judgment Arcana has grown. You split up for today and you all went back home. Alright, another very story-heavy day. But let's go ahead and save our progress, and I'm guessing we have to go to bed now. So much happened today. You're very tired. You should rest early today to get ready to pursue the true culprit, starting tomorrow. Okay, back to the Velvet Room. Oh, okay, we found Teddy. Or at least, like, a ghost of him. This... It seems that you've come to the Velvet Room in your dreams again. But something is different this time. You don't see Igor, Margaret, or Marie. Teddy is sitting here, not noticing your presence.
Where am I? Sensei? Why are you here?
Let's say... I mean, I do think it's a dream, but let's go ahead and say I could ask you the same.
I see. How mysterious. There are so many things I don't know about. But I did realize something. I've been thinking all this time about who I really am, but I couldn't find the answer. I was no one from the start. Humans live in the other world, and shadows live in this world. From the beginning, that's all there was to it. I was just a shadow in that world.
I mean, people are worried, but I think figuring out what's going on with Teddy is the most important thing, so let's ask, how'd you get here?
I figured something out. That day at the hospital, I realized that I really can't do anything. As soon as I thought that, I lost consciousness. Then when I woke up, I was inside the fog. Shadows can't stay in the human world. They aren't allowed. I walked and walked, but there was nothing all around me. Just when I started thinking that I couldn't go anywhere, I heard the noise of a car. And then I was here. I remember lots of things now. My world is a place shaped by human thoughts. One day, a shadow living in that world awakened to human emotions. But humans and shadows are completely different entities. So he made himself forget that he was a shadow. He wanted to forget. He wanted people to like him. And that's how he came to look like this. I really am stupid. What the other Teddy said before, in the end, it was all true. No matter how much I search for myself, I have no self. There was no me to begin with. I'm just a shadow that took a different form so humans would like me. It would have been better if I had never remembered, but I did. I'll probably turn back to a regular shadow soon. Oh yeah, Sensei, one day, when you meet Nana-chan in heaven, apologize for me. Tell her. I'm sorry I couldn't do anything. Tell her. I'm really sorry.
I mean, we've got good news for Teddy at least. Let's let him know that Nanako is alive.
Huh? Really?
You told Teddy about how Nanako came through.
Nana-chan's. Wow. That's wonderful. I'm so glad. Glad that I could at least hear that. My heart feels so much lighter now. I'm starting to feel sleepy. What a strange place. It feels so soothing. It's not like my world. Something just feels so nostalgic about this place. Could this be your dream world, Sensei?
Let's say... I mean, I could ask you the same again. Seems like a bit much. I mean, honestly, I'm not really sure. It's gonna say, I don't know.
Uh-huh. But I wonder why I met you here. What am I supposed to do now?
I mean, you can stay here. Sounds like we're trying to get rid of him. I think what Teddy most needs is to be back with the gang in the real world. So let's move on together.
But I don't know what to look for or how to find it. No matter how hard I think, there's too many things my little brain can't understand. But I do understand one thing now. I'm glad that I met you, Sensei.
You can sense Teddy's pure and deep gratitude. Okay, maxed out a social link, that's pretty good. Thou art I, and I am thou. Thou hast established a genuine bond. These genuine bonds shall be your eyes to see the truth. We bestow upon thee the ability to create Hallel, the ultimate form of the Star Arcana. The Teddy social link has reached its maximum level. You have mastered the Teddy social link. Your power to create personas of the Star Arcana has reached its maximum. You, Narukami, has forged a bond that cannot be broken. By mastering the Star social link, you can now fuse Hallel, the Light Bearer. Teddy's growth of heart has affected his persona as well. Kentoki Daoji learned Evade Electricity. This persona cannot remember any more skills. Please use one to forget. So electricity is their weakness. Let's go and see if there's anything that'd be worth getting rid of. I guess Auto Rakukaja. Forget Auto Rakukaja? Yeah, I think for evading electricity that could be pretty useful. Evade Electricity has replaced Auto Rakukaja.
But I have to get going. This is your place. It doesn't seem like somewhere that I'd be allowed to stay. Goodbye, Sensei.
Before you know it, Teddy is gone, and Igor, Margaret, and Marie are sitting there once again.
It seems the words in your memory weren't the only things you summoned here. This is a room for guests who have an ego that can be nurtured. Shadows, mere fragments broken off from the ego, have no place here. The water's strength has moved a single stone that had stopped, returning it once again into the flow. Very interesting.
Igor has a meaningful smile on his face.
Well now, it's about time we departed once again. This vehicle is still on its journey. There is no reason to tarry here for long. Margaret?
We're ready to go. Let us depart.
You are every inch the guest I had anticipated. Now, it's time for you to return. I am even more intrigued now as to where this is all headed.
We'll be waiting for your next visit.
Alright, that's the end of the gameplay portion for a very long and significant story day. And that ending, I feel like hopefully this isn't the last time we saw Teddy, because I feel like that send-off just isn't proper enough, but I guess we'll see as we carry on with the game. But for now, it's going to wrap up the gameplay portion today and bring us on to shuffle time. Alright, let's go ahead and see what today's card is. And it's going to be the Temperance Arcana in the reversed position. So let's see what that means. Let's see what that means fate has in store for us. Temperance in reverse is a reflection of something that is out of balance and may be causing stress and anxiety. The real meaning of the Temperance card can be deciphered using the other cards in the spread to identify areas where this imbalance is being caused. A Temperance in reversal may also be used as a warning. If you take a certain path, it would lead to turbulence and excess. Lack of a long-term plan or vision may also be the Temperance reversal meaning. This creates a lack of purpose for you, leaving you feeling lopsided as you search here and there for what you should be doing. You must reflect and think carefully about what needs to change. Temperance reminds us that all things are only good in moderation, and that we must examine in which aspects of our lives we are breaking the balance. Okay. I mean, not a super positive, card it's not saying hey, you're on the right track and everything's gonna pay off, but I think that advice is definitely good stuff to keep in mind. Having a goal or a purpose that you're working towards is pretty critical to be happy long term and not feel like a lack of meaning. And everything in moderation, that's also definitely true. You can't do 100% work, and 100% fun isn't going to get you anywhere. So just finding the balance and moving towards a meaningful goal is definitely a good way to go through your daily life. But that's going to be another card down and another day done. So that's going to wrap it up for today. Feel free to subscribe if you'd like to follow along with the journey, as I do this every day. By the way, thanks for watching. I truly appreciate it. And I will be working on editing the 750 subscriber special about behind the scenes in a day. I have that recorded, so have to do a bit more editing than I expected, but hopefully we'll get that to you guys before too long. But that's going to wrap it up for today. I'll see you guys tomorrow.